Okay, so let's get started. Everybody's had 4 minutes to get here, so let's kick off with this. Okay, so first of all, welcome everybody, and thank you for contributing in that little bit of fun to kick off the session. This is the first of these little webinars we're going to be doing, very high level, hopefully customer friendly sessions. And the idea is to basically meet up every month or so, obviously for the topics that you're interested in. But the idea will be that we will offer the 30-minute ones we're talking about, 25 minutes sessions where we meet in a friendly kind of chilled out fashion where we can discuss some hot topics, obviously related to live chat, because I'm customer success manager here at live chat. And my focus obviously is in the organization and getting our message across to our customers. So the good people attending here. This first session, as you can see on the slide, is customer experience, omnichannel, and live chat itself. So this is going to be high level. We're going to talk about customer experience first, what omnichannel is and how it can contribute to customer experience, and obviously live chat and its involvement in increasing or optimizing your customer experience along with the omni-channel aspect. So first of all, who the hell am I? I am Matthew Joseph Atkinson. I'm customer success manager here. As I mentioned, I got 20 years experience in various industries and various organizations. I've worked with Aviva, I've worked with Apple, different multinational corporations in different areas, sales, customer success, training and development. So hopefully I have an idea over those 20 years of what I'm actually talking about. Very different environments, learning a lot of things, obviously still am. So hopefully I can give some insights on a very high level basis for you today. So first of all, customer experience. What is it? It's everything. It's the sum of all interactions that a customer or an end user has with an organization over the life of the relationship with that company or with that brand. So as you can see, it's any interaction of any kind. And this isn't disputable regardless of industry. Whatever industry you're in, customer experience will envelop everything that you're involved in. Every interaction, every channel, every brand message you release, everything will be based around customer experience, certainly from the end user point of view. So why does it matter? It's happy or not happy. It's being able to locate something as a customer quickly rather than being lost in the middle of something like Times Square. It's the experience that a customer receives, that a customer experiences. So all those interactions with you as an organization, whether it's brand, whether it's direct communication, customer experiences matter hugely to customers, and we'll get into why. So part of that is that 65% of US customers surveyed by PricewaterhouseCoopers say that having a positive experience with a company is vastly more impactful for them than something like advertising. So a lot of organizations obviously invest huge numbers in marketing, and that's fine, obviously. Sometimes it can work brilliantly. But when it comes to the customer interaction itself, marketing goes out the window. It doesn't matter. You can get them in your retail store, you can get them on your website, but as soon as the customer experience comes in, if it's not good, then what is the point of getting them through the door, clicking buttons on websites, etc.? Now, on the flip side of that, as many as 32% of customers would walk away from a beloved brand after just a single negative or bad interaction. And that applies in pretty much everything that we deal with. But here the key is that it's a beloved brand. This isn't someone you visited on a website once. This isn't something where there was a single interaction. So we're talking about a brand that has been with you for a long time. They've done a lot of right things, you would assume. However, that single negative interaction, 32% of people, nearly a third of people would simply walk away from your brand. So that means that we need to keep focus. Every organization that has any kind of interaction with its client base, with its customers, end users, we can't lose focus on these. Customer experience matters, and it will always matter, as evidenced by nearly a third of customers willing to walk away from a brand they genuinely love. And that's sobering, isn't it? Because we need to make sure that we don't have those kind of experiences on offer to our clients at any point. Or if we do, they need to be absolutely minimum, because we can't risk losing our client base. And we'll get to that in a second. And this is why. 91% greater customer retention related to omnichannel, which is what we'll cover in a moment. Now, omnichannel is hugely important. We'll talk about it why. But in the sense of customer experience, what you want to do and what you need to do in 2022 is you need to offer a customer experience where it's convenient for your customers. Now, when I started my career, it was pretty much telephone and email only. Is that acceptable in 2022? I don't think so. Is it possible to do so in 2022? Probably. Is it advisable? No, it is not. And customer retention for every organization is vital. And 91% greater customer retention if you use omnichannel, if you provide the areas of communication and contact convenient to your client base, then 91% is hugely significant. We've got some basic stats here, and these are recent studies. And we mentioned marketing earlier, but acquiring new customers, so marketing spend, brand presence, all of those things that we use every day to try and attract new customers to our business, new customers to our brand. It costs 5 times more to attract those people than it does to keep our current ones. So remember, 32% are willing to walk away with one bad experience. But we can't afford that because acquiring someone to replace that customer costs us 5 times more. And that's not sustainable for any organization. Alongside that, exactly a third of customers who have had a bad experience, an unhappy experience, 33% of people will tell family and friends about bad experiences. And that's huge. And from my point of view, it always reminds me of budget airlines. Budget airlines, we all fly with them. They're convenient, they're cheap. But the customer service often is awful. But we keep doing it. And I think it's primarily, and this is obviously my opinion, I think it's primarily because we expect a bad experience. So we live with it. There's an exchange there. You know, we get the low-cost flights, we get convenience at times, but we expect it not to be good. But if you're a high-level brand, your customers' expectations are vastly different. And that's why we're willing to walk away after one negative experience. And we all know this. We all know exactly what we would do if we went to a restaurant and had a bad meal. We would tell our friends. And especially with the review culture that exists, all of the websites where you rate businesses that you've operated with, huge numbers of people are doing that. And entering those reviews, 1-star review on a website, especially if you're, a small business, can really, really, really hurt, especially on a local level. On the flip side of that, 75% of customers will return to companies they deem to have good service. And that's where you've offered a customer experience that is convenient, that's compelling, that matches at least expectations. Exceeding expectations, brilliant. But you need to make sure that what your customers are experiencing when they're dealing with you, at the very least, matches your customer base expectation. So from a live chat point of view, we deal with the 4 cornerstones of what we consider the key aspects of customer experience. So this is convenience, on the basis that your customers aren't finding it difficult to deal with you. They want a customer experience that is convenient, simple as that. Personalization, they want a personal experience. They don't want to be dealing with, or they don't want to feel like they're dealing with people that don't treat them as important customers. Proactivity, they want to be reached out with updates. They want to find out information without having to go and search for it. And empowerment, they want to feel like your brand, your organization is empowering them to have that customer experience. And these areas, you could have different areas, of course you can. But from a live chat point of view, this is what we base our customer experience on. This is the minimum we want our customers to have in every communication that we have any kind of contact on any of our platforms. We need to have these 4 pillars in place where we are exceeding our customer expectations at all time. Just for reference, if people do have any questions, we do have the chat open, obviously. And if we have time before the end of the session, then I will answer some questions from the chat window. Now, obviously, I'm talking extremely high level, as I mentioned at the beginning. And the bottom line is it's obvious, and we should all be doing it. But it's not as straightforward as that. It is elementary, my dear Benedict Cumberbatch. However, it is incredibly easy, and anybody that's spent any time in any industry will be aware it's incredibly easy to forget. And this is based on all of the areas of the industries we are, all of the situations we deal with on a day-to-day basis. We have so much data coming in from everywhere. We have so many departments. We have so many strategies, OKRs from different areas of our organization. And it can be incredibly easy to forget the basics. And that's the whole point of this session, basically, is to remind us that customer experience should be a focus. It's not something that will come, when we have the time to do it. It's not something we will do when we haven't got anything else to do. It should be at the forefront of any organization to make sure that those customers never have that one negative experience that they would walk away from your brand for. And it is obvious, but it is incredibly easy to forget in 2022. So we've mentioned customer experience. So let's move on to the second topic, which is omnichannel. What is it? And I think this is a really, really good little demonstration here. So I mentioned at the beginning of my career, it was telephone and email. So from a retail point of view, a single channel would be your retail store, your tech store, your florist, any kind of store that you have. A single channel would be that's all you have. Would be that people need to go into your store as the channel to deal with. Multi-channel would be that store has a website, it has phone numbers. Cross-channel would mean that you can interact with all of those factors. And omni-channel is everything combined. It's basically, if there's a communication option, a channel available, your customer, your brand has access to it. They don't need to go searching for it. It's available, whichever channel suits them. Again, from a customer experience point of view, you do not need your customers to be searching around looking how to contact you. You need to make it clear, obvious, and from a customer experience point of view, seamless. Now, why is it vital? First of all, a basic statistic here, that 81% of shoppers check the internet before going to store to buy. And that's a huge number, and it's only going to get bigger in the future, 2022 going forward. And all of us are using this. And I think this is a 2020 figure. So if we think about things like, COVID, etc., I'm sure that is vastly higher than it was in 2020. 64% of customers expect to receive real-time customer support, regardless of the channel. And again, that's huge. That's not 64% of customers would like, it's 64% of customers expect. So this is required of your organization. This is required of your brand. If you don't have it, then those 64% of customers will find a brand or an organization that do. So omnichannel, we all understand it. Hopefully we understand the principle of the fact that omnichannel represents providing avenues of communication to your client base. We need to make sure that we're not stuck with the traditional areas. Things like email, they can work, but customers, as we've just seen, expect an awful lot more than that in 2022. And they're going to increase that number as to how they can contact you, how you can offer them a customer experience that works for them, not that works for you, but works for them. So obviously I'm live chat. So how can live chat help get you omni-channeled? I think I invented that word today. If I haven't, then I apologize to whoever did. But how can live chat help you get there? What can we do to support you in becoming a fully omni-channeled organization, an omni-channel brand? First of all, because we know how it works. Second of all, with our live chat, with our chatbot platform, our knowledge base and our help desk platforms that we offer pretty much any kind of integration, any kind of omni-channel application that we can integrate into your account. So whether you are live chat, chatbot, help desk, knowledge base, we will be able to create an omni-channel customer experience for your organization, which will benefit your customer base, which will benefit your brand. So these are the primary examples. For example, email marketing, customer relationship manager, e-commerce, analytics, help desk, and CMS. So these are the overhead ones, the overview headline types, where we can make sure that regardless of the industry that you're in, retail, e-commerce, marketing, logistics, anything basically you can think of, we will support making you an omni-channel customer experience that exceeds your client base expectations. So 200 plus integrations. They're all available on livechat.com and Marketplace. Obviously, if you're an existing user of live chat or an existing customer, then you can go through all of the Marketplace integrations that we have available. Like it says, 200 plus. As a preemptor there, depending on what subscription you currently have, if you are a live chat or chatbot, help desk or knowledge-based customer, some of these are only available on certain subscriptions. So if you're a starter plan, for example, or if you are a team plan, some integrations you would need to upgrade to a business plan to be able to access them. And you have obviously my email address from the invitation that was sent. So if you are interested in any of the applications or integrations, then you can check with me, m.atkinson@livechat.com. And I will obviously help you with either getting you the account that you need to integrate those applications, or looking at the integrations available for you and answering questions. Okay? So let's have a look at some examples. Now, this covers a range of aspects here. So marketing, for example, we mentioned MailChimp. Chatbot, again, this is a native live chat platform. This is an AI chatbot that can do a huge amount for either routing the right customers to the right people as quickly as possible. It can reduce contact rate by making sure that if you have help centers or FAQs, it can guide those obvious questions to those pages rather than to your agents. So your agents can concentrate on the really tricky stuff, but the contact rate you don't want, you don't need, chatbot will take care of that for you. Help Desk is, again, a native live chat platform. So this is our CRM. It's incredibly smart, incredibly easy to use, mainly because it is so smart. Slack, which is a messaging platform, which a lot of organizations use today. Again, you can implement this. So if your clients, your end users want to Slack you, it goes straight into your live chat dashboard. And we also have really big names like WhatsApp integration as well. All you need is a phone number or get one from WhatsApp. Another one, which is huge, and one of our favorite partners, which is Snapcall. Snapcall is an option that you can subscribe to, where your end users, your customers, can literally video call you directly from the live chat widget. And as the example here in the picture shows, if you're retail, for example, if you're a florist and your customer, your end user wants to know what selection you have of X. So in this case, I want to see a yellow shirt. You can show them around your physical store. They can see what you've got available in that sense. Facebook. Pretty much every organization now has a Facebook page. If you do, you connect it for free, no cost integration. You connect your Facebook Messenger with your live chat account, and you receive every message directly again into your live chat. So your agents, your staff, whoever is actually communicating with the customers, they don't need to go anywhere else. So this is what all of these integrations plan to do. Your agents, your customer facing, your sales teams, they don't need to switch between applications when dealing with your customers. It saves you time, it saves you effort, it makes everything so much easier. Now, obviously it was a quick session, but what have we learned? Who's awesome? You're awesome. If you have a customer experience that exceeds expectations of your client base, of your brand. And it, again, can't stress how important it is. Organizations that have no interest in customer experience are going to struggle because they're going to lose customers, because they're going to have to spend 5 times the amount of money to get new ones than keep the ones they've got. It's illogical. Keep up to date and focused on trends. So if there is a new omnichannel option available for customers, they will start to expect that you have that you offer it. If you don't, customers will find those organizations within your area, within your industry, they will find someone who does. And again, we forget these things. It's natural. But as much as humanly possible, we need to keep making sure that the focus is there. So we don't get lazy. We make sure that our customer experience expectations are constantly updated. We're constantly aware of what is going on in the universe as far as customer expectations. If we're a year behind, then we need to catch up. And this is really, really important that we remind ourselves on a regular basis. Customer experience is going to be key to the growth of our organization. And if we stop focusing on it, then we're going to lose customers. Simple as that. So that is the end of this very quick little session here. So very much appreciate, and we have one question from Victoria. Do you have integration with Salesforce? We do. And it's very straightforward and it's free again, as per Facebook Messenger, for example. That will offer you, when you integrate Salesforce, from Salesforce, it will bring all of your data, your customer data, when they contact you, when they start a chat, into live chat or chatbot, for example. And if they're not available within your Salesforce, if you haven't dealt with them before, then it will give you the option of adding them as a contact to an organization or adding them as a lead. And it's all essentially free. Well, not essentially free, it is free. So it enables you to add your whole client base directly into your live chat or chatbot account. Now, we're a minute out. So if anybody has any last questions, then I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, again, this is the first session we've done, so we will be having more. The aim is for the customer success team at Live Chat to offer at least one a month. We have one planned, which will be around our chatbot, which I mentioned earlier, the AI learning bot, and this will be dealt with by my colleague Peter. So you will get an invite to that coming forward. And then obviously in the coming months, we're going to be sending you more and more invitations to these little sessions. Hopefully you can obviously attend, assuming I haven't put you off forever. Yes, Shannon, my email address, I will type it here just so everybody can copy and paste that. So again, we will send you a copy of the video here. And anybody has questions, as I said, with regard to the status of their live chat account, if you're a customer, or if you're not a customer and you want to be, then please let me know at that email address, and I will do what I can for you. Okay? But otherwise, if there are no other questions, we're a minute over. So again, thank you so much for attending. Really appreciate it. And going forward, would offer you more and more of these sessions. You're welcome, Inga. So thank you, everyone. I will close the meeting down and I'll send you a copy of the video afterwards. So, thanks again.